The scream ripped through the midnight fog like a chainsaw through pine, jolting Liam awake in the creaky Adirondack cabin bed. He bolted upright, heart slamming against his ribs, only to see Alex's empty side of the mattress, cold sheets twisted like a noose. "Alex!" Liam's voice cracked into the shadows, but the only reply was the wet thud of something heavy hitting the lake shore outside, followed by a guttural splash that swallowed the world whole. Liam stumbled to the window, bare feet slapping against splintered floorboards, his breath fogging the glass as he peered into the moonlit chaos. The getaway was supposed to be their reset, him and Alex, finally alone after 2 years of stolen weekends amid New York's relentless grind, with a handful of old friends tagging along for the vibe. Sarah from the gallery, always sketching feverishly, Mick, the loudmouth tech bro with his endless craft beer hauls, and Elena, Alex's ex-colleague from the firm, whose sharp wit masked something brittle. 5 of them, piled into 2 cars for this remote slice of upstate heaven, Eagle Lake, where the pines whispered secrets and the water mirrored stars. But now, as Liam's eyes adjusted, he saw it, a silhouette crumpling on the dock, arms flailing like broken oars, before vanishing into the black ink of the lake with a final, desperate gurgle. Jesus fucking Christ, Liam spirit. Yanking on jeans and a hoodie, his mind reeling. Alex was out there, had to be. They'd argued earlier. Stupid shit about Liam's lingering doubts over moving in together. Alex's frustration at Liam's commitment phobia. But Alex wouldn't. Liam burst through the screen door, the chill biting his exposed skin, flashlight beams slicing the mist like a scalpel. The dock creaked under his weight, water lapping hungrily at the edges. Footprints, muddy, frantic, led to the end, where a splintered railing gaped like a missing tooth. And there, bobbing face down 20 feet out, a body. Not Alex. His broad back floated inert, plaid shirt blooming dark with what looked like blood. Liam's scream echoed back at him, raw and animal. He dove in without thinking, the icy shock stealing his breath, arms cutting through the murk until he hooked Mike's collar and dragged him back. By the time he hauled the lifeless weight onto the dock, puking lake water and bile, the others were there, Sarah in her oversized sweater, eyes wild, Elena clutching a robe, face ashen, and Alex, finally, bursting from the tree line, phone in hand, yelling, "What the hell happened? I was just..." "Call 911, Liam gasped, pumping Mike's chest with trembling fists, the compressions slick with blood from a gash across his throat, deep, deliberate, like a hunter's kill. No pulse. Nothing. Alex dropped to his knees beside them, dialing frantically, but the signal bars mocked them, 0. "Storm's knocking out towers," Alex muttered, voice hollow. "We need the sat phone from the car." Sarah retched into the bushes, her sketchpad forgotten on the porch. "Elena Pachet," muttering in Spanish, her lawyer's poise cracking. Liam sat back on his heels, staring at Mike's vacant eyes, blue, always laughing, now filmed over like dead fish. "Ooh. Who did this?" Liam's words hung in the fog. Accusatory. Desperate. They'd all been drinking around the fire pit hours ago. Stories flowing like the whiskey, Mike boasting about his latest startup flop, Sarah confessing her latest breakup, Elena toasting to fresh starts. Alex had pulled Liam aside then, kissing him fierce under the stars, murmuring, "This is us, No more hiding. No more bullshit. But now, Liam's gaze flicked to Alex, searching for reassurance in those steady green eyes. The ones that had first hooked him at that dive bar in Brooklyn 2 years back. Alex? With his easy smile and calloused hands from weekend carpentry. The guy who'd coaxed Liam out of his shell after his parents' divorce shattered everything. They'd met amid the rubble of Liam's life, fresh out of college. Waitering tables while dodging his mom's passive-aggressive voicemails about settling down with a nice girl. Alex had been the spark, bold, unapologetic, dragging Liam to pride parades and quiet diners at 3 a.m. Their love was messy, passionate, lazy Sundays tangled in sheets, arguments that ended in make-up sex so intense it left bruises like badges. Yet doubt wormed in now, cold as the lake water soaking his jeans. Where had Alex been? Liam shoved it down, focusing on the group huddling in the cabin's glow. They barricaded the doors with the old oak table, flashlights casting long shadows that danced like specters. It had to be an accident, Sarah whispered, hugging her knees, her red hair a tangled halo. He was drunk. Slipped. Bullshit, Elena snapped. Her accent thickening with fear. That cut? Surgical. Someone held him down. Her eyes darted, to Sarah, to Liam, to Alex. Trust fractured like thin ice. Dawn crept in gray and unforgiving. The group picking at cold coffee while the sat phone finally connected to a dispatcher 3 counties away. Stay put, the voice crackled. Rangers en route. 2 hours. Maybe 3 with the roads. 2 hours. An eternity in this pine coffin. Liam slipped out to the porch with Alex, needing air. Needing him. I thought it was you, Liam admitted, voice breaking as Alex pulled him close, their foreheads touching. Alex's stubble rasped against Liam's skin, grounding him. When I woke up alone. Good. Alex. I'm sorry. Couldn't sleep. Went for a walk to clear my head after our fight. Alex's hands cupped Liam's face. Thumbs brushing tears Liam hadn't realized were falling. I love you, Lee. More than this trip. More than anything. We're getting through this. Their kiss was salt and pine. Desperate. Alex's fingers threading through Liam's damp hair. For a moment, the world narrowed to this, the man who'd seen Liam's scars, literal from a dumb skateboarding wipeout, figurative from years of internalized shame, and loved him anyway. But as they broke apart, a glint caught Liam's eye, on the dock, half buried in mud. Mike's phone. Screen cracked, but the last text glowed faint, sent at 1:47 a.m. To Elena, we need to talk. About what you did to Sarah's ex. Before Liam finds out. Liam's stomach dropped. Elena, Sarah's ex, a toxic asshole who'd cheated, vanished 6 months back. What did Mike know? And why text her right before dying? Inside. The air thickened. Liam pocketed the phone, saying nothing yet. Breakfast was a farce, canned beans heated over the wood stove, silence broken only by the wind howling like accusations. Sarah sketched absently, her pencil scratching out jagged lines, faces. Elena Pachet. Checking windows. Her phone clutched like a talisman despite the dead signal. Then, the first shot rang out. It shattered the cabin's rear window, glass exploding inward like shrapnel rain. Sarah screamed. Diving under the table, Alex tackled Liam to the floor. their bodies a tangle of limbs and fear. "Stay down," Alex hissed. Crawling toward the shotgun mounted above the mantel, the bare deterrent the rental owner had joked about. Another crack, wood splintering near the door. Elena yelped, blood blooming on her arm from a graze. "Someone's out there," she gasped, pressing a dish towel to the wound. Liam's pulse thundered, visions of Mike's throat flashing. Not an accident. A hunter. He grabbed a poker from the fireplace, knuckles white. "Who the fuck is doing this?" Alex chambered around, face grim. "Doesn't matter. We hole up till help comes." But as he peered through the jagged window frame, his expression faltered. "Wait, Sarah? Where's she?" "Gone." The back door ajar. Her sketchpad abandoned. A smear of blood, hers, trailing into the trees. They burst out after her, shotgun raised, but the woods swallowed her trail. Fog clung like smoke, branches clawing at their clothes. "Sarah," Liam called, voice hoarse. The minutes stretched to agony. A rustle, too deliberate. Elena spun, poker slashing wild, but it was Sarah stumbling from the underbrush, face streaked with dirt and tears, clutching her side. I heard footsteps." Friend. Thought it was Mike coming back. Her laugh was brittle, unhinged. "Good. We're all losing it." Back inside, they bandaged Elena's arm with strips from a sheet. The group a fractured unit now. Liam's mind raced, the text. He cornered Elena by the sink while Alex and Sarah inventoried supplies. What did Mike mean? About Sarah's ex? Elena's eyes narrowed, pain sharpening her gaze. He was drunk. Paranoid. Sarah's ex, Jeremy, disappeared after I advised her on some legal shit. Restraining order gone wrong? Mike thought I pushed too hard. Maybe crossed lines. But I didn't kill him. Or Mike. Lies, Liam pressed. But Alex's hand on his shoulder pulled him back. Not now. Lee. We're not turning on each other. Yet the seed was planted. Lunch came and went, jerky and stale crackers, tension coiling like a spring. Stories emerged in fits, Sarah admitting Jeremy had beaten her once. Elena confessing she'd hacked his accounts to expose him. Mike the one who'd found the evidence. Liam shared his own ghosts, his father's homophobic rants before the divorce. The closet he'd clawed out of. Alex listened. Please. His presence a balm. But his eyes shadowed. Distant. Afternoon bled into storm clouds. Thunder rumbling like distant artillery. They played cards to distract. Go fish? Of all things, laughter forced. Brittle. Liam's foot brushed Alex's under the table. A secret anchor. Remember Coney Island? Alex whispered later, as rain lashed the roof. That Ferris wheel. You puking cotton candy? Me holding your hair. Liam chuckled. Throw tight. Best worst date ever. Their hands intertwined. Promises unspoken. But dusk brought horror. The thud at the door, Rivik. Insistent. Alex cracked it. Shotgun ready. Nothing. Then, nailed to the wood, Sarah's sketchpad. Pages fluttering like dying birds. The top sheet, a charcoal rendering of the group around the fire. But throat slashed. Eyes gouged. Below. Scrawled in red, one down. For to go. Trust no one. Panic erupted. Sarah sobbed. I didn't, it's not. Elena barricaded again, muttering about booby traps. Liam clutched the poker, Alex's arm around him a lifeline. I felt candles guttering, stories turning confessional in the dark. Elena admitted sleeping with Jeremy once. To get dirt. Sarah forgave her, tearfully. They realized, had been the glue, his texts now damning evidence of buried sins. As midnight neared, Liam and Alex stole to the loft, bodies pressing close for warmth, for sanity. If we die here, Liam murmured, tracing Alex's lips. I want you to know. Shut up, Alex growled, kissing him deep, hands roaming urgent. It was fevered, clothes shed in whispers, skin on skin a defiance against the abyss. Alex moved with a tenderness that broke Liam open, gasps mingling with rain, release a brief rebellion. Afterward, tangled and spent, Alex whispered, we're making it. You and me. But dawn's light revealed betrayal's face. Elena, slumped at the kitchen table, a knife in her chest, her own, but the angle wrong. Blood pooled, note pinned, she knew too much about Jeremy. Who's next? 3 left. The Rangers ETA, 1 hour. But trust? Shattered. Liam's hands shook as he closed Elena's eyes. Her stare accusatory even in death. The cabin reeking of copper and betrayal. Alex dry heaved into the sink. Shotgun slung over his shoulder like a cross too heavy to bear. Sarah rocked in the corner, humming a tuneless lullaby. Her fingers ink-stained from the sketchpad now clutched like a shield. We can't wait, Liam said, voice steadier than he felt. That note, it's one of us. Playing God out here, Alex nodded, wiping his mouth, green eyes hardening. We search the woods. Find whoever's doing this. And it. His hand squeezed Liam's. Brief but ironclad, a vow in the violence. Sarah whimpered protest, but they dragged her along. Flashlights piercing the downpour like accusatory fingers. The lake churned, waves slapping the dock as if applauding the carnage. Mud sucked at their boots, pines looming like silent judges. Half a mile in, they found it, a lean-to shack, camouflaged with branches, the rental owner's forgotten hunting blind. Inside, chaos, Elena's purse rifled, Mike's wallet emptied, Sarah's necklace tangled in the dirt. And a journal, leather-bound, pages crammed with frantic script. Jeremy didn't leave. I saw him last week, tailing Sarah. Told me. He laughed, said Elena set it up to scare her. But Elena's scared too. Alex knows something, keeps vanishing at night. Liam's blind, and love. If I die, it's him. Liam's blood iced. Alex? He spun. But Alex was yards ahead, scanning the trees. What the hell is this? Liam thrust the journal at him, rain blurring the ink. Alex's face paled, jaw ticking. Mike's handwriting? He was always paranoid. After his startup tanked, he got into conspiracies, QAnon shit. Thought everyone was out to get him. He met Liam's gaze, pleading. Viv, you know me. I'd never. Sarah snatched the journal, eyes widening. Alex knows? He was the one pushing us to come here, said it was therapeutic. And last night, after the fire, I saw him arguing with Mike by the lake. Heated. Lies. Alex exploded. Voice echoing. Mike confronted me about us, said you deserved better than a closet case, like me. That I'd break your heart like my ex did. His eyes glistened. He was drunk. Homophobic bullshit. I walked away. Liam's world tilted. Closet case? Alex? Who'd marched with him at Stonewall vigils? Who'd inked love wins on his ribs, but doubt festered? Fed by the isolation? The deaths? Prove it, Liam whispered. Throat burning. Tell me everything. They trudged back. Soaked and seething. The journal a burning coal between them. Inside. They dried by the stove. Sarah brewing weak tea from wilted bags. Confessions spilled like the rain. Alex admitted his ex. Back in college, a brutal breakup after Alex's family disowned him for coming out. Dad called me an abomination. Haven't spoken since. Liam's heart cracked. He'd known fragments. But not the depth, the nights Alex woke screaming from nightmares. I love you for who you are, Liam said, pulling him close despite the chill. Their embrace was tentative, then fierce. Lips meeting in a clash of need and fear. Sarah averted her eyes. But the moment anchored them, two men against the storm. Love a fragile light. Radio static crackled. The sat phone. Forgotten on the counter. Rangers here. 10 minutes out. Hold tight. Relief flooded. But so did urgency. We tie her up, Alex suggested, nodding at Sarah. Till they arrive. Can't risk. No. Sarah bolted, grabbing a knife from the block. You're the monster. I saw you with the axe earlier, chopping wood. But your eyes. Cold. She backed toward the door. Blade trembling. Termy, he was my brother. You know, Elena helped me bury the truth after I pushed him too far. He hit me one time too many. Mike found out. Threatened to go to cops. So the shot cut her off, not the shotgun, but a rifle from the woods. Sarah jerked. Blood spraying the wall. Collapsing in a heap. Liam dove for cover. Alex firing blind into the trees. Run! Alex yelled, hauling Liam toward the front. They sprinted into the tempest. Bullets whizzing like angry hornets. Bark exploding around them. Liam's lungs burned. Legs pumping through briars that tore like accusations. Who is it? He gasped. Doesn't matter, survive. Alex shoved him behind a boulder. Returning fire. Click, empty. Shit. They crawled. Inching toward the road. The lake's roar masking their breaths. Huddled in a thicket. Rain pounding. Liam's mind fractured. Flashes. Their first date. Alex's laugh echoing in a Soho loft. Lazy drives upstate. Dreaming of this very escape. If it's you, Liam panted. Just say it. And this. Alex's face crumpled. Hands framing Liam's. Cold and slick. IDD first. You're my everything, the guy who made me believe in forever. Their kiss was salt and desperation, tongues tangling with the ferocity of goodbye. Alex's body pressed close, hard and yielding, a promise etched in muscle and memory. Fingers traced scars. Breaths synced in the downpour, a momentary sanctuary. But the rustle came, footsteps. Deliberate. A figure emerged from the mist, not a stranger, but the rental owner. Man Hargrove. Rifle lowered. Badge glinting. Easy. County Sheriff. Got your call. Rangers flanked him. Floodlights piercing the gloom. Relief buckled Liam's knees. Sarah, she's dead. We saw. Hargrove's drawl was gravel. And the others? This ain't no accident. Back at the cabin. Floodlit now. The truth unraveled like cheap yarn. Hargrove paced. Notebook out. Mike? Throat slit with a fishing knife. Yours? Him. From the tackle box. Liam blanched. He'd reported it missing yesterday. Elena? Stabbed with her own letter opener. Printless. Alex shifted. Uneasy. And Sarah, Hargrove continued. Shot clean. But here's the kicker. Jeremy, Sarah's ex? Not missing. Body washed up last spring. Ruled suicide. But talk screen showed roofies. Elena's prints on the glass. Liam's head spun. So? Infighting? Over the cover-up? Hargrove nodded. Mike was gonna confess, guilt eating him. Texted Elena to meet. She panicked. Lured him to the dock. Sarah overheard. Confronted her. Knife fight, Elena won. But Sarah got the gun from the shack. Chased her back. But the shot at us? The sketch. Sarah, Hargrove said flatly. Snuck out after Elena died. Self-defense? She claimed in her note. Rigged the sketch to throw you off. Then turned the rifle on herself when she heard us coming. Classic tragedy, secrets festering. Alex exhaled, pulling Liam close. All of it. Over nothing. Over everything, Liam murmured, burying his face in Alex's neck. The Rangers milled. Statements taken under harsh lights. Hargrove clapped Alex's shoulder. You too, tough sons of bitches. Get some rest in town. Bills on the county. Dawn broke clear. The group reduced to two, Liam and Alex, piled into Hargrove's cruiser. The Adirondacks receding like a bad dream. The drive to Saratoga was silent at first. Then cathartic, stories poured, Alex's fear of abandonment. Liam's terror of losing the one pure thing in his life. I almost believed it, Liam confessed. Hand on Alex's thigh. The journal. Alex's grip tightened on the wheel. Hargrove had loaned it. I'd have done the same. But love like ours? It survives bullets. In a roadside motel. Neon buzzing vacancy, they collapsed into each other. No rush. Just rediscovery, slow kisses tracing collarbones. Hands mapping familiar terrain with renewed reverence. Alex's whispers, always, drew shudders from Liam, their rhythm a healing pulse. Climax came soft, shared breaths a symphony of survival. But as they lay spent, sheets tangled, Liam's phone buzzed, a delayed text from Sarah's burner. Time-stamped pre-dawn, it wasn't Elena. Or me. Ask Alex about the roofies. He supplied them, for Jeremy's party. To protect you from the truth, I loved him first. Liam's blood ran cold. Alex? Asleep beside him. Innocent in repose. Or not. The motel room spun in Liam's vision. The text searing like acid on his screen. Alex stirred, murmuring Liam's name in sleep, arm draping possessively over his waist, a gesture once comforting, now a chain. Liam slipped from bed, heart jackhammering, padding to the bathroom mirror. His reflection stared back, hollow-cheeked, hazel eyes bloodshot. The man who'd arrived here 2 days ago buried under this stranger's skin. Protect you from the truth, I loved him first. Sarah's words clawed, Termy? Turf. The phantom at the heart of it all. And Alex? Supplier of roofies? It slotted too neatly. Explaining the arguments, the midnight walks. He dressed quietly. Jeans stiff with lake mud. Hoodie zipped against the AC's bite. The clock glowed 4:17 a.m. Hargrove's cruiser idled outside. Engine humming low. Liam grabbed the sat phone, insurance, and slipped out. Door clicking soft as a lie. The parking lot was a sodium-lit limbo. Semis rumbling past on 87 like indifferent gods. He dialed the sheriff's non-emergency. Voice a whisper, it's Liam Hayes. From the lake cabin. Need confirmation on Sarah's burner, texts. Timelines. Hargrove's yawn crackled through. It's barely dawn. What's eating you? Just everything. That text, it came after she died. Papers rustling. Burner pinged at 3:52 a.m. From the woods near the cabin. But corner peg's time of death at 2:15. Postmortem message? Someone's game. Someone. Liam's grip whitened. Like Alex. Another pause. Heavier. Son. We cleared him. Alibi gaps? Sure, he was out walking when Mike went down. But no prints on the knife. No powder on the rifle. And the roofies? Jeremy's autopsy showed them. But source unknown. Could be anyone. Elena had access through her firm. Black market shit. Liam sagged against the cruiser. Relief warring with nausea. Then who sent it? Working on it. Get some shut-eye. We'll debrief in Saratoga at noon. He hung up, staring at the phone as if it might bite. Alex's betrayal, a phantom text? Or truth in disguise? Back inside. Alex was awake. Sitting up. Sheets pooling at his waist. Green eyes shadowed with worry. Lee. Where'd you go? Liam Leet. Sliding back into bed. Bodies aligning by habit. Alex's kiss was tentative. Seeking absolution, Liam returned it. But his mind raced, memories refracted, Alex's insistence on the trip. To bond with your friends, the way he'd paled at Mike's name in the journal. Or cover. Morning found them on the road. Coffee bitter in styrofoam. The Adirondacks giving way to rolling hills dotted with farm stands and Biden 2024 signs faded to ghosts. Alex drove. One hand on Liam's knee. Radio crooning Bruce Springsteen, Thunder Road. Ironic anthem of escape. Talk to me, Alex said finally. Voice low. You're a million miles away. Liam exhaled. The text burning a hole in his pocket. Sarah's message. The roofies. You and Jeremy, did you? Alex's jaw clenched. Truck slowing as he pulled into a scenic overlook. Hudson Valley sprawling below like a crumpled quilt. He killed the engine, turning full face. Jeremy was Sarah's poison. But mine too. Back in Brooklyn. Before you, we hooked up once. At a party. He was charming, then vicious. Roofied my drink. Tried to force things. I fought him off. Barely. Told Sarah later. Anonymously. To warn her. Liam's breath hitched. Why not me? You were healing your folks' shit. The closet scars. Didn't want to drag you into my mess. Alex's eyes brimmed. Hand reaching. When he vanished, I thought karma. But Mike dug it up, confronted me at the fire. Said I'd supplied the drugs to trap him. Some twisted revenge. I walked away. Lee. Swear it. Truth rang in his voice. Raw as an open wound. Liam surged across the console, kissing him fierce, hands fisting Alex's shirt. I believe you, he gasped against lips. Good. I almost lost us to ghosts. Their embrace deepened in the cab's confines. Windows fogging. Alex's fingers unbuttoning with urgent grace. It was reclaiming, Liam straddling, grinding slow. Alex's groans a litany of sorry and love. Release crashed mutual, purging, leaving them slick and spent, foreheads pressed as the valley witnessed. Saratoga Springs shimmered ahead, Victorian charm masking the mundane. Hargrove Station. Fluorescent hum. Coffee urns brewing sludge. Debrief dragged, statements rehashed. Psych eval recommended. PTSD's a bitch, Hargrove grunted. Sliding forms. Counseling on us. And hey, y'all make a cute couple. Don't let this rot you, said. Autumn leaves swirled. Red and gold like confetti for the living. But Liam's phone buzzed again. Unknown number, not over. Jeremy's alive. He took the roofies from me. Ask Alex why he lied. Touched the photo. Grainy, Alex and Jeremy. Arms slung. Time-stamped a month ago. Brooklyn bar. Unmistakable. Betrayal's knife twisted fresh. Liam's vision tunneled, showing the photo to Alex in the station lot. Explain. Alex's color drained. Photoshop. Sarah's sketch skills, she must have. But his voice faltered. Eyes darting. One drink. Recon, to see if he'd hurt anyone else. Nothing happened. Liar. Liam backed away. Chest caving. You said once. Years ago. Lee. Please, Alex reached. But Liam jerked free. Hailing a cab to the Amtrak station. I need space. Alex. Or nothing. The train to NYC rattled like regret. Liam staring at passing birches. Tears hot. Their love, built on Brooklyn nights. Pride floats. Whispered vows, crumbling under secrets. He texted his sister in Queens, crash tonight? Messy breakup incoming. Her reply, always. Wine ready. Penn Station chaos swallowed him, commuters shoving, hot dog vendors hawking, the city's pulse a balm to his fracture. His apartment loomed, sublet in Bushwick, graffiti walls and exposed brick, Alex's flannel still draped on the couch. Liam stripped it off, inhaling the pine and musk scent, sobbing until empty. Days blurred, gallery shifts where Sarah once interned. Now a void runs along the East River. Wind whipping doubts. Therapy via app, trauma bonds, the counselor droned. Grieve the illusion. But Liam grieved the real, Alex's laugh lines. The way he'd hum show tunes off key. A weekend. Alex showed, doorbell insistent. Voice through wood, I flew back. Let me in. Lee. Full truth. Liam cracked the door. Chain taut. Alex looked wrecked, unshaven. Eyes ringed purple. Duffel at feet. Jeremy's dead. For real. But the photo? Real too. After you and I got serious, he texted, begged to meet, said he was changing. One coffee. Lee. To close the door. He admitted the roofie on me. His supplier ghosted, but he sourced from Elena's contacts. I recorded it, sent to cops anonymously. That's why the talks flagged. Proof, Liam demanded. Chain rattling. Alex slid a USB under the door. Transcript. Hargrove verified. Liam's knees buckled. Door Schlemming open. They collided, fists first. Liam pounding Alex's chest in fury. Then dissolving into clutches. Tears mingling. You idiot, Liam choked. We could have faced it together. Thought I was shielding you. Alex's sob was guttural. But I get it now, secrets kill slower than knives. They tumbled inside. Door kicking shut. Bodies a war of need, clothes shredded, nails raking. Alex pinning Liam to the wall with a thrust that bordered pain. Forgive me, Alex gasped. Rhythm punishing then tender. Liam's legs wrapping, heels digging. Ecstasy shattered them. Aftershocks trembling as they slid to the floor. Entwined. Rebuild was slow, couples counseling in a village brownstone. Walks in Prospect Park where autumn turned to frost. Alex quit his firm job, too many ghosts, started carpentry full-time. Hands calloused anew. Liam curated his first solo show, Fractured Trusts, portraits of the late group. Ethereal and haunting. Critics called it raw humanism, but for Liam, it was exorcism. Thanksgiving loomed. Liam's mom calling tentative, bring your friend. Progress. Fragile. But one night, snow dusting the fire escape, another text pinged from Hargrove, Jeremy's supplier ID'd. Not Elena. Liam's fork clattered, turkey untouched. Alex frowned across the table, his folks absent. Estranged. What? The roofies. In my bag, how? Hargrove's follow-up, planted. By Alex. To frame you if shit hit. He's confessing tomorrow. The room tilted. Alex's eyes, green. Steady, widened in feigned shock. Lee. It's a hack. Trust me. But trust? Dead as the lake. Liam's world imploded in the flicker of candlelight. The Thanksgiving table a battlefield of half-eaten pie and shattered illusions. Alex's face, that face he'd mapped with lips and fingers, trusted through blood and storm, now a mask cracking at the edges. It's not what you think, Alex repeated. Voice a plea wrapped in velvet lie. Reaching across the linen. But Liam recoiled. Chair scraping like a scream. Hargrove's text glowing accusation on his phone. Alex's prints on the baggie. Confessed to planting, for leverage on Jeremy's circle. Thought it'd protect you both. Comein. Protect. Liam's laugh was jagged glass. You framed me. For what? Insurance? In case Sarah spilled. Memories assaulted. The cabin kiss in the rain. Alex's whispers of forever. All tainted now. The man who'd held him through nightmares had authored his own. Alex surged up. Hands splayed. Listen. Jeremy's crew, shady dealers. They threatened Sarah. Then us when Mike poked. I swiped the baggie from Elena's car weeks back. Planted it in your pack during packing. If cops came sniffing, It'd point to you as collateral. Buy time for me to expose them clean. Those green depths brimmed desperate. I was gonna tell you after the trip. Good. Lee. I panicked. Lies on lies. Liam backed toward the door. Coats snagged haphazardly. Snow gusting in like judgment. His mom's voice echoed from the kitchen. Boys? Everything okay? But he couldn't face her pity. Not yet. You turned our love into a weapon. The slam reverberated. Cold air slapping as Liam fled into the blizzard-whipped streets of Queens. Subways ran late, so he walked, blocks blurring, boots crunching virgin snow. Mind a maelstrom. Betrayal wasn't the planting, it was the omission. The God-complex love that justified control. Alex's texts bombarded. Please. Meet at the bridge. All of it. The Brooklyn Bridge. Their spot, first kiss under fireworks. 4th of July 2 years back. Liam went. Not for absolution, but closure. The span arched Gothic against the storm. Cables humming dirge. East River churning black below. Alex waited midway. Silhouette dusted white. Breath clouding like ghosts. You came. And this. Liam halted 10 feet off. Hands jammed in pockets against the freeze. Winhold. Whipping scarves and secrets. Alex stepped closer. Voice rising over gale. Full truth, Jeremy roofied me to blackmail, knew about my family's money. Old trust fund from Dad before he cut me off. Wanted in on the carpentry gig. Legit front for his deals. I said no. He escalated. Targeted Sarah to get to me. Mike found the text. Confronted. At the lake. I met him to hand over evidence, USB with Jeremy's confessions. But Elena intercepted. Slit his throat to silence. Sarah saw. Shot her. The rest. Spiral. And the baggie? Liam's fists clenched. Knuckles splitting on wind. To bait the trap. Hargrove's undercover, whole trip was monitored. Alex's confession? Sting up. You're clean. He held out his phone. Audio clip playing, Hargrove's voice. Scripted. Good work. Son. Frame holds. Liam's knees nearly buckled. Rage deflating to exhaustion. Used me. Our life as bait. Alex closed the gap. Hands cupping Liam's face. Thumbs tracing frozen tears. I hated it. Every second. But for us, for a future without shadows. His kiss was ice and fire. Pleading. Liam's resistance crumbling as lips parted. Tongues clashing in the storm's fury. They broke. Gasping. Alex's forehead to his. Forgive? Or walk? Liam pulled back. Searching those eyes, not for lies. But the man beneath, the boy disowned for loving men. The lover who'd built shelves for Liam's books with hands that trembled. Not tonight. But maybe. Spring thawed the rift slow. Counseling deepened, group sessions at a Chelsea center, where queer survivors swapped war stories, coming out wounds, lovers' betrayals, societal knives. Liam painted abstracts of tangled cables, blues and grays bleeding into dawn gold. Alex apprenticed under a queer carpenter collective in the Bronx, building tiny homes for at-risk youth, redemption in pine and nails. Summer solstice. They returned to the Adirondacks, not the cabin, but a glamping site on the lake's far shore. Tents pitched under stars unscarred by blood. No friends. Just them, esmores over fire. Skinny dipping at midnight. Bodies silvered by moon. This time, Alex murmured, tracing Liam's spine as they lay on a blanket. No secrets. Liam arched into touch. Heart mending. Promise. Their lovemaking was worship, Alex's mouth mapping freckles. Liam's hands guiding. Rhythms sinking like tides. Climax crested gentle. Waves of release binding wounds. Fall brought proposal, impromptu. On the Brooklyn Bridge at dusk. Alex on one knee with a ring forged from reclaimed wood and silver. Partners. Equals. No more shields. Liam's yes was tear-choked. Yes to the man who'd faltered but fought back. Winter wedding. Small. Humanistic, City Hall. Then a potluck in Bushwick warehouse. Drag queens officiating with flair. Liam's mom toasting teary-eyed. Alex's sister flying in from Seattle. Bridge mended tentative. Vows echoed Springsteen, we'll make it. Darling. Years wove on, adoption papers for a foster kid. Mateo. All wide eyes and resilience, gallery shows touring Liam's mystery series, catharsis sold as art. Alex's tiny homes expanded, a non-profit. Trust builds, aiding LGBTQ+ families fleeing hate. One anniversary. Back at Eagle Lake, this time. A houseboat. Gentle rock of water lulling. Mateo fished off the deck. Giggling at minnows. Liam leaned into Alex. Sunset gilding them. We survived the deadliest mystery, he whispered. Alex kissed his temple. Because we trusted the hard way. Humanity's arc, not flawless, but forged in fire. Love enduring as the pines.